Hey, what is going on, everybody? Zyonik here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about why I think Venusaur is so clutch in the Ultra League. Honestly, Venusaur has saved me in so many games. Like, I would have lost if it wasn't for how amazing Venusaur is at taking a lot of damage and then being able to close games with his charge move. Now, on Venusaur, we're going to be running Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant, and Sludge Bomb. Now, Frenzy Plant is that Community Day move, so what I would suggest to new players or people who don't have Venusaur for Ultra League is definitely look to trade with members of your community or other PvP players, because most likely there's going to be someone in your community or someone nearby you, maybe from other Discords or Facebook groups, that will have a Community Day Pokemon that they can trade you. Me personally, for my own area, I've been saving a lot of these. So in December and other community days throughout the year, I just evolve a couple extra Pokemon that are really low combat power, so like say a 506 combat power Venusaur with Frenzy Plant, so that if someone one day needs it, I can trade that to them. So I have a surplus personally because I understand how valuable it is, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that, so be sure to ask around. Now, the reason why we're running Vine Whip instead of Razor Leaf. Vine Whip is going to be providing us with higher energy per turn, so you can get off your charge moves a lot quicker. Razor Leaf just does a lot of damage straight up, but Venusaur is fantastic because of his charge moves. And also we want Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb is going to be amazing at covering those Fairy type Pokemon, Pure Grass, and also hitting back against fire for neutral. So in these battles, these are all at rank 10, and if you guys want to see some of those battles happen, there's going to be a link coming up right here. You guys can check out. I went 4-1 in a set, and overall this week I've gone 12-3 with this team and with Venusaur as a lead. So 3 sets of 4-1, which was really awesome because I used the raid pass as well to get those TMs. So Venusaur got me 15 TMs this week, which is really awesome. But we're going to go ahead and get right into the recap here. In this first battle, we're going to be losing lead hard. We're going to be facing a Charizard on the lead. So this is like a worst case scenario, but we're going to be able to come out for a win here. So what we're going to do is not bail right away. Venusaur can apply a lot of pressure with the Sludge Bomb right here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and go for a Sludge Bomb, and then I want him to use his energy on me, and I'll just use a shield. But if he decides not to, so we land the Sludge Bomb there, and since he's not deciding to use his energy, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Swampert. Now, we're going to fast forward here, but basically what Swampert's going to do is do a ton of damage to Clefable and get shields right here. So we're able to get both his shields. So we're sitting really good. So now Venusaur's going to come back in. Notice how Clefable has 0 shields, but we still have 2 shields, which is going to be fantastic. Now, we need to shield this charge move right here. Meteor Mash or Psychic would basically take us out from this range, and then Charizard's going to come in. So what I'm going to do is shield right here. I cannot let a Blast Burn hit me, and then I'm going to swap to a Lowland Muck because I'm guessing he's going for back-to-back moves. So then I guessed that he was going to go for a Dragon Claw now because he was going to go back-to-back there. And then we are just going to start farming and try to go for the Dark Pulse. Now we lose the CMP tie, but that's okay. We can survive 1 Blast Burn, and this is where things get really clutch. If you think about, my Venusaur is pretty low. I have no shields. I have an Alolan Muck with basically no health, and we're going to be able to pull this out because of Venusaur. So Charizard goes down to the Dark Pulse, and then what we're going to see here is a Swampert come in. And now because we are low enough health, Swampert is going to take us out before he can get to his Hydro Cannon. So we can instantly go into Frenzy Plant here on the Venusaur. This will be one-shotting the Swampert, and then it's just the Clefable in the back, which already used all its energy, so we will beat it to the charge move. So we are able to get to the Frenzy Plant, and that is going to be finishing off the battle. So we lost lead super hard versus Charizard, but we were able to come back because of great energy efficiency with Venusaur. Alright, so in this next battle, we actually have a favorable lead, Venusaur versus Heracross, and I was unversed at the time, but I've done sims since, and this is actually a pretty good win for us. But what I do is I go for the Frenzy Plant right away. This is going to be resisted by the Heracross, but it's still going to do great damage because he's very squishy. So basically we got him to 50% health, which is fantastic. Now we do need to be worried about Mega Horn, but what I want to do is keep my Venusaur healthy, and then now I want to swap into Swampert because I want to try to get shields. Now we're going to see Giratina come in, and basically this is going to be Swampert versus Giratina. And we're just going to be fast forwarding real quick until we get Venusaur back in here. But what happens is we get Giratina low. Now Alolan Muck is going to come in, farm down Giratina for energy. That's going to be fantastic for us. And then this is where things get really, really interesting. So we're going to have a Heracross come in and then a Shiftry come in. Now this is where things get really dicey. So we're not going to shield right here on the Alolan Muck. with the Leaf Blade. What we're going to do is bring in the Venusaur now versus Shiftry. Now you got to recognize that Heracross is low, and then Venusaur Sludge Bomb will one-shot Shiftry if it doesn't shield. So Shiftry is going to shield. But what we do is we're going to showcase how great Venusaur's bulk is right here, because we're not going to shield. So we need to worry about Heracross's Mega Horn that he's got holding in the back. So foul play is going to get us low. And then I know right here he wasn't able to get to another foul play. By counting his moves, he only had enough for Leaf Blade, so we don't shield. And look at how much health we have. This is just crazy. Now, Heracross is going to come in, which is going to be great for us because we can one-shot with Sludge Bomb. And then we are going to see the Shiftry come back in, take us out, but because we kept that shield, our Alolan Muck will be able to finish, because if we use that shield, then Alolan Muck right here would have gone down to Leaf Blade, but instead we're able to land a Sludge Wave, which is more than enough damage to take out a Shiftry because of that grass typing. So again, showing right there, Venusaur's bulk is fantastic. Their end game. So here in the next battle, we have a very unfavorable lead, and what you guys are going to see from this battle is recognizing what my opponent doesn't do is a tell to what he has in the back. So basically we swapped out a Venusaur versus to Alolan Muck. Alolan Muck's going to be resisting all of our moves, so we got to kind of get out of there. And then we're kind of dancing through the mid game right here, but we are still ahead on shields, which is fantastic. Now, the reason why I swapped in Venusaur is because I thought he had Giratina in the back. That was my big concern, and I needed to save Alolan Muck just in case he did have a Giratina. That was my biggest worry. But noticing that he's not swapping, yes, Alolan Muck is a counter to a Venusaur because he does resist the moves, but noticing that he is not swapping, he's not bailing out into Giratina, tells me that he might have Swampert in the back. This is what I had predicted, that right here I'm like, okay, he's got Swampert in the back. There's no way. So what we're going to do right here is I'm going to shield. I still have shield. Snarl can't take me out fast enough, and I'm going to do a couple more attacks to get my Frenzy Plant, and then I'm going to switch out into Alolan Muck because I'm banking on the fact that he has Swampert now in the back. And sure enough, after we do the Dark Pulse, there's the Swampert right there. So this is like a great prediction, and then Venusaur with no health, as you guys can see right there, is going to be one-shotting the Swampert. Again, super clutch with Venusaur, being able to close games very easily. Alright, so in this final battle here, we have Venusaur up against the Snorlax. So this is pretty decent for us. Our Frenzy Plants are going to be doing tons of damage, so I'm happy with staying in this. Now, he is going to bail, and he bails into Alolan Muck, so that's where I'm going to bring in the Swampert. Now we're going to go ahead and fast forward through the kind of mid-game right here. But what we're going to see here at the end is basically a win condition where Venusaur has to farm down, and he has the capability to farm down in order to close the game. Again, it's going to be super close, basically like no HP left. But here we bring in Venusaur again. All shields are down now, so we're going to go ahead and pull the trigger on Frenzy Plant. I believe this takes out Snorlax. If not, get him very low, and then we get some more energy. Yeah, he gets him low. So what we're going to do is I tried to swap into Alolan Muck, but I'm okay with this right here. Body Slam's not going to do a lot to me. But what I want to do is try to farm him down for energy. That's what's really important, guys. Energy on Venusaur is like the greatest thing. Now, I go straight for Frenzy Plant just to see what he has coming in. It's going to be Alolan Muck, and then I'm going to switch now into my own Alolan Muck. Now, his last Pokemon is a Swampert, so we are going to be able to get to Dark Pulse right here. I was going to go for Sludge Wave, but I thought maybe I could get to 2 Dark Pulses and be able to farm down the Swampert, which is basically what's going to happen right here. So we don't get to that Dark Pulse. Now he's getting off a Charge Move. I'm guessing this is going to be Earthquake, which it is. Now we're in kind of trouble right here because notice the health that I have on my Venusaur. He's going to be getting off a Hydro Cannon right here, which isn't going to take us out, but it's going to get us low, and I have to finish him off with fast moves. I have to. And then we have no HP, and then Alolan Muck's coming in, and we're going to be able to get off the Frenzy Plant right here versus Alolan Muck, and that's going to take him out. So again, Venusaur energy efficiency is huge to clutch games there at the end. I hope this video kind of shines some light on how clutch Venusaur can be. Honestly, he has been fantastic for me, and if you can dance around well with your energy, choosing when and when to not use those charge moves and what charge moves to do, he can really close games against a lot of Pokemon that we're going to see. On top of that, bringing in a Swampert as well, I think was really awesome. I mean, the team of Venusaur, Alolan Muck, Swampert has done really well for me this week. I don't expect it to continue to do amazing because the Ultra League meta will always be evolving. We're noticing Articuno's being very popular right now, which would give this team some trouble. So I don't expect this team to always work, but it's worked really well, guys. And in the long term, it's going to be great to invest in some of these Community Day Pokemon like Venusaur and Swampert. So if you want to know more about Swampert, there's going to be a link coming up here where you guys can check that out. It's on my channel. The same thing, a review of how great it is and its potential. And then if you guys want to see these battles kind of live and not sped up like they are right now, there's going to be another video on my channel as well that you guys can check out. So I hope this was informative for you guys, so let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Venusaur. How's Venusaur been doing for you? And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.